fire, 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 fire. What was Yandere Dev about? Wasn't that like an anime, like, game or some shit? Yeah. Yeah. I remember this now. A game about playing as a yandere girl. Yeah, and you're like killing or stalking some guy. He became a lolcow. That game fell off so hard. You want senpai to notice you? I feel like women who are like that are actually kind of terrifying. You were supposed to dispose of rival ladies. Wasn't the story of that him being like really crazy? Like he was like fantasizing about like girls doing that to him or something. I forget the story. I know he became a lolcow. I just forget why. He had pedo things recently. Oh. He became a lolcow because of his shitty code. Ah, but then other things came in. What is a lolcow? It's a term used on people who become the laughingstock of like a community, so to speak. Like you are farmed. You are being farmed like a cow for lulz, if that makes sense. It's Lana! I am not a lolcow. Take that fucking back. Pariahs? I don't know what the definition of a pariah is, actually. So Alana in our case, shut the fuck up, Choco. I'll bang you. Again. I will do it. Why not just say laughingstock? I don't know. I think it came from the internet. It's not a word that is used in the English language, like, in commonplace. It's more like a internet term. Lolcow is like it came from the internet. ManyKudos did a Yandere Dev video that's under 30 minutes. ManyKudos? That sounds familiar. Refresh my memory.
Yandere Dev is an indie demo developer.
He's scary looking, dude. Holy.
Simulator. If you're here, you probably saw mentions of his name or one of the many memes featuring his memorable mug. But when you search him
ugly,
up,
man.
you got backhanded by videos longer than his typical workday. TRO, what does it even stand for? The wrong opinion? Yeah, and Kappa Kaiju, with a name like that, what bloody country do you think you're in, mate? Here in Australia.
Australians always making fun of themselves. I remember watching the hour-and-a-half video about him. Yeah, that's what I watched. I just don't remember anything from it because it's memory hold in my head.
Unlike how Yandev treats his fans, I'm not gonna waste your time. So let's stalk Senpai.
You're a fucking retard, sold out. Go fucking kill yourself, dumb shit.
I, Ever X, humbly submit a toast.
Why is he drinking like raw milk out of a glass and then talking to a mobile like a recording, dude, on his phone, man?
For taking the time to watch this video.
Yandere Dev, also known as Alex Mahan, was released in
Icy
1988, 6 years after his announcement in 1982. During his teenage years, he made questionable posts on the Gaia online forums, which
Gaia, dude.
Of posts you can.
Did anybody else play Gaia? My best friend played Gaia a lot. I didn't play it myself too much, but I played a little bit.
These demonstrated
Gaia,
the full
man.
breadth of incel behavior, years before incel was
I was
even
on
a commonly
Gaia.
used term. How it's on the girls to be nice to him if he
Maybe,
comes off as
no.
rapey, discussing how girls don't love him because of his looks, and definitely nothing else.
His name is not depressed, man.
Most famously, the
You guys can't see it too. Look at his little smile right here. Look at that smile, man. He's like disparage, dude. He's literally disparaging. He's just a little smiley guy. He's a little smiler.
pictures showing off
He's
his
so
face
handsome,
and a
look at him.
thread asking if he's ugly. Notably, he also posts about his desire to be in a codependent relationship where his girlfriend is obsessed with him and heavily relies on him. Maybe someone could make a game about that concept. Now, it is a bit
Why does
silly
he
to
remind me of
dredge
the
up
guy from
15-year-old
Ratatouille?
posts
Because he
for the sake
is.
of cancelling someone. And it's very likely that he no longer believes a lot of what was said here. After getting a 2-year associate's degree of arts and animation, interactive technology, hentai masturbation techniques, video graphics, and special effects.
All
He had a
right.
short stint as a
Anti-masturbation
junior game
techniques,
designer at a
okay.
game company before deciding to spray his seed into the world and go freelance.
Why you gotta make it so fucking weird, man?
During this time, he created several game prototypes, one of which was a game named Lunar Scythe, a fighting game concept he created to show off to then idol Mike Z, creator of Skullgirls. Yandere Dev promptly had his bendy little pinner ripped clean off by Mike Z and his mates, who were very critical of Alex's game, and thus his emo origin story had begun. Now,
Oh
if you're weighing
no.
it, Alex set out to create a game that would
I turned my depression into a burning hatred that fuels my desire to develop indie games and eventually outshine that asshole. You know what? That is quite the admirable trait.
outshine Mike Z, as he later
Except he took it too
explained
far,
in a 4chan
probably.
post so
Hi,
edgy
Arzon,
that he
dear,
needed
hello.
protective
Fuh.
eyewear just to
Good
read it.
night.
As you know, all great game projects
Nice, Stinky.
are based on hatred and revenge. Shigeru
True.
Miyamoto famously made Mario to piss off his dad. Alex actually later apologized for the way he acted
Fuh.
towards Mike Z, in a rare display of self-reflection and regret. Alex came up with the idea for a high school serial killer game after finding a cheap 3D anime character asset pack, giving it the one-handed sausage salute, and then wondering what he
He
could
was
make
on
with it. He pitched the
Tumblr.
idea
Oh,
to 4chan,
yeah.
and the surprisingly positive response he got inspired him to begin development for real. Yandere Simulator, as it was titled, would be a Hitman-style stealth assassination game, where you play as a yandere, a Japanese anime trope describing a character who has an unhealthy obsession with their love interest, or senpai, and will do anything from blackmail to murder to milking Patreon donations to stop anyone else from being with them.
What the fuck? Yandere Simulator video? Yeah, I remember watching the really long one. I just don't remember it. Also, holy shit, you just threw that girl over her shoulder, dude, man.
He created a YouTube channel to document his videos, as well as posted regular updates on 4chan. Progress was steady. He was able to quickly implement many core features that he could then show in regular update videos, where he gave clear, concise descriptions of features and design choices. By 2015, the free sandbox-style debug mode piqued the interest of many large Let Us players, such as
PewDiePie.
Markiplier, Mark S. Brownlee, and Mark Zuckerberg. The unique blend of
Wait. Is that real? Really? Mark Zuckerberg played it? No shot. I don't believe it. No way. No, like, he's not trolling, right? Like, that's real. They got Zuckbot to play it. He gave it a Zuck out of 10, man. Looks reptilian, seems legit. Dude, I can't believe it, man. Wait, they got him to play it? Like, huh?
colorful anime graphics, high school setting, intense violence, and sandbox shenanigans made it an instant hit, resulting in an explosion of interest for the game. He created a Patreon.
That's fake?
with the
Okay, I was
premise
about
that
to
the
say,
debug
dude.
mode and eventual
Thank you.
demo would stay free, and you could simply choose to pay for it to come out sooner. In theory. And
You
he quickly
fell for
builds
it?
up
Shut
a
up,
decently
man. I don't
sized
know anything.
Pocky and sex doll fund. Over time, the updates, while frequent, began to become more frivolous and indulgent, adding Easter eggs and other unnecessary side modes that did nothing to further the game's core concept and instead only further his erection. These updates looked good for YouTube as they had a strong visual component and also kept up the illusion that solid progress was being made on the game. Of course, some people would rightfully argue that he was building the game ass backwards, as a game about defeating a series of rivals vying for your senpai's attention
Oh my
didn't
God.
actually have a single rival in it until 2020. Surprisingly, for a guy working on an anime girl murder simulator, Alex didn't exactly have the
Into
best
the
social skills. The cracks
incinerator! You
began
can
to show
dra-
in mid
Oh my
2015 when he
God!
made the first of many videos complaining that part of the reason for the game's long development was due to the excessive amount of time he has to spend answering emails every day. This was one of the first glimpses into his unhealthy desire to defend and justify himself when approached by trolls or critics,
Yeah.
instead of just, not doing that. It also showed his complete ignorance of the Streisand effect after he demanded that people stop sending him so many emails. So, Naturally, he started to receive infinitely more emails. At the time, this kind of just seemed like an isolated incident, so nobody paid it too much attention. With the Patreon steadily increasing, things seemed good for old Alex. The game was popular, his YouTube channel hit 1 million subscribers in 2016.
He could have made something happen, man.
He focused on the fucking game. Who would have...
You know what's it's weird? I understand like the whole... it's kind of rough for me sometimes not to read YouTube comments and shit like that. So I get it. Like sometimes it can be really hard. The shit people write to you, like even if you're there completely wrong, is actually kind of insane. It does kind of affect your psyche after a while.
People genuinely following the development of a game only care about the game and not the tosspot making it. From the start, his plan was to create a refined demo of the game that accurately portrayed what the final product would look like. He would then start a crowdfunding campaign in order to hire a proper programmer to tidy up his shoddy code. He said himself that the code he's written is poorly optimized, simply because it's placeholder code for the sake of quickly adding features to the demo. He plans to have this placeholder code refactored by the programmer he hires, instead of just, I don't know, programming it properly from the start. While I respect aiming to have a playable demo for your Kickstarter, instead of the standard 2 pieces of concept art and an outline written on a cocktail napkin, most game devs don't also rake in hundreds of thousands of dollars in Patreon money over 6 years while making the prototype, just so they can crowdfund even more money. Like your semen-soaked anime body pillow. Here's where things start to turn sour. In late 2016, he announced to 4chan, his original target audience, that he was sick of them.
Fuck all of you, go to hell.
Of course, announcing to 4chan.
No, this is like such a big mistake. Oh no. He made mad bank from the drama. Of course he did. Of course he did. Yeah, dude, here we go.
Just how much they get under your skin is like telling a competitive Smash player that you're underage and expecting them to behave themselves. Creating a wordy, condescending post announcing his departure instead of just, you know, doing it will be a recurring trend in the events to come. 2016 would also be the year that Yandere Dev really started to go mask off with being a massive flopping chode. After getting frustrated that he kept receiving bug reports from people using a specific mod, he coded the game to throw up this condescending message, explaining why he chose to disable it. A YouTuber named Stickman made a now deleted video critiquing Yandere Dev's choice to block the mod. Not to be a dick like me, but from a genuine place of passion for the game, even going so far as to compliment both it and Yandere Dev in the video. Yandere Dev commented on the video, telling him to fuck off.
No, you can fuck right off. You got absolutely no clue what you're talking about, you fucking dumbass. There's something as an obstacle to development. I'm going to eliminate the obstacle. The mod was presenting obstacles for me in the form of worthless bug reports, so I cock-blocked it. Who the fuck types like this, by the way? Go stick your dick in a beehive if you have a problem with this decision, you dumb fuck. Dude, who the fuck types like this? Like, legitimately, not ironically.
Being a petulant child. When asked to clarify why he acted this way on the subreddit, he doubled down, saying anyone has the right to say fuck off, you.
That guy made me really angry, so I gave him a piece of my mind. I don't think there's much more to say.
You dumb fuck. If
I do? No, you fucking don't. Shut up.
Alex, please fuck off, you dumb fuck. Doesn't feel very nice, does it? His Patreon earnings peaked in 2017 and seemed to coincide with a 2-part video he put out, stating the reason the damn game's taking so long is due to him being the lead programmer, as well as the art director, music director, and upskirt director. However, Alex
you
was
fucking fuck, I hate you.
Too soon
yourself.
Killed the game's hype, as they'd have to spend several months fixing up his 3 cheese Alfredo spaghetti code, and he wouldn't be able to put out any update videos in the meantime. Another solution was handing off development to a game development company, but he might lose ownership of the game, a cut of the profits, and be forced to remove some of the more risque features, like exchanging upskirt shots for crucial game tips. That sounds like something I'd joke about, but it's
Wait,
it's not.
what? Exchanging upskirt shots? Dude. Actual fucking schizo.
It's real. It's
Putting that in the game, by the way.
do that. Like many of his decisions,
That's
he
big
put these
monka,
solutions
it is.
up to a poll. Of course, his polls are as useless as a change.org petition. He will either go for the least voted outcome, if he wants, or put out a blog post recontextualizing the discussion with a new poll if it doesn't give him the outcome he wanted. Like the time he wanted the inventory screen to be your teenage girl character flashing her knickers at the camera.
That ain't it, Chief.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
it ain't.
I take back what I said about not
Holy.
dredging up 15-year-old incel posts. Working with a company was the least voted option.
Wait, I just want to read this. 6 others replied, don't deviate from it's just appease anyone. Don't rush the crowdfunding. Okay. Agreed to help me. Start working on Osana. Okay, it's just
Most
a
likely
poll.
because
Okay.
he portrayed it as one of the worst options in the video. But he went with it anyway. The company he partnered with was TinyBuild, who are credited with publishing a variety of successful indie
Okay.
games.
They're
And
cute.
the Yandere Simulator. Their role was to help assemble a team, including a programmer and an exorcist, as well as handling all
An
of the legal
exorcist?
contractual side of things, and hopefully using their industry connections to help get Yandere Sim unbanned from Twitch. Oh yeah, Yandere Sim was banned from Twitch, by the way. Can you guess why?
Understandable.
Ultimately, this didn't work out, as he was still deathly afraid of spending the 6 or so months letting the programmer refactor the code
I'm not
and clean
surprised.
up his mess without being able to put out a new update or feature. This meant the programmer could only work on small inconsequential things, while Yandev worked on adding new features to show off on YouTube. After a massive waste of time for both the programmer and the publisher, Yandere Dev and TinyBuild both decided to split ways. Ironically, his fear about several months of no updates
Really
was somewhat of a
Really?
self-fulfilling prophecy, as the slow speed of development that spurred this partnership in the first place was once again in full swing. Alex continued to update the game, but also continued to get wrapped up in more and more drama. It's no
We
coincidence
love
that his
drama.
Patreon seems to start declining around the same time as his drama videos release, almost as though people don't want to pay someone who seems to repeatedly get themselves embroiled in nonsense. Now look, harassment is never okay, and if you think that Yandere Dev's behavior justifies you bullying him, I can tell you now, you are far worse than he is. However, whenever he brings up drama, he always talks about his tormentors as malicious people who just get a kick out of harassing someone, which, while certainly true for some of his
no, what a
aggressors,
victim.
completely pushes any responsibility off of him. There
Puts
are a
poll
number
up,
of
ignores
things
it, and
you
does what he
can
wants.
reasonably critique
Yeah.
him on, both in his game and in his own actions. But the real enjoyment for these trolls comes from his extreme overreactions. From long-winded YouTube videos to long-winded posts on his blog.
Oh my
to
God, that's
entire
schizo
pages
posting.
on his website dedicated
Essaying
to
at its
allegations made
finest.
against him, which I'm sure instills
Essaying!
confidence in anyone who visits them that this is a well-adjusted man and competent game dev. As Alex and his adversaries ramp up the cycle of harassment, so too did Alex's rampant censorship. This inevitably only made his situation worse.
Just like
as the
me,
few
I don't
places
think
you
you're
were
like
actually
that,
able
man.
to talk about the game were not moderated by him, and therefore you could say anything you wanted. A terrifying prospect. Moderation is a key part of any community, but when you start banning anyone being critical, even with constructive critiques like Stickman, you're gonna end up banning far more.
Good
than
night,
you need to.
Stinky.
He disabled comments on YouTube videos and even shelled out $3,000 to buy the Yandere Sim subreddit, the unofficial and considerably more
Wait, he
popular
bought it
alternative to
out?
his heavily moderated
Why?
official one, in order to instate his own moderators and delete or ban anything and anyone critical of him. Purchasing a subreddit is actually against the Reddit terms of service, by the way. The ban hammer was so hot that people started
What?
speedrunning
I
getting
didn't-
banned
I
from his
didn't even know you
Discord
could do
server.
that.
Through some well-optimized routing, the world record is currently at 0 minutes and 0 seconds, so good luck beating that. 2020 was an explosive year for Yandev. Now 6 years into development, and the first rival, Osana, still nowhere to be found, some fans decided to take matters into their own hands and begin creating their own fan games, which Yandere Dev
Didn't
exactly
like,
take
no.
to all that well.
What's this about
One fan
Yandere? Is
game
it's
named
about a
Retouching
game
Mono
made by
started
a
development in 2017.
unsavory individual.
And in 2019, he was contacted by Yandere Dev. Completely lacking any self-awareness, Alex demanded that Watashi no Mono's dev admit to his fanbase that his game was poorly made, because people were pointing to its quick development speed as proof that Yandere Simulator was taking too long. In July 2020, Watashi no Mono was cancelled. Properly cancelled, I mean, not in the pro-Jared sense. This was due to the increased drama around Yandere Simulator, which led to people giving Watashi no Mono attention, not because they enjoyed it, but because they wanted to see Yandere Sim fail. The second fan game—
What? They actually canceled another game because of him? That's fucking ratty, dude.
Well, almost identically. When another developer, Dr. Apius, created the basic framework for a Yandere-inspired game named Lovesick in about 2 weeks. Many fans, trolls, and onlookers saw this as someone created a Yandere game in 2 weeks, as opposed to the 6 years Alex had spent on the game thus far. On Yandere Dev's debunk page, he gets incredibly worked up over Dr. Apius supposedly stealing a number of Yandere Simulator's
the assets I used that are free!
Before defending himself for doing that
The funniest part is that half of the assets that he used in his game, I'm pretty sure, were like all free anyway, so
exact same thing when Yandere Simulator was first developed, on the same fucking page. Yandev approached Dr. Apius pretty much the same way he approached the Watashi no Mono dev, demanding that he cease work on the game because of the grief it was causing him. Alex somehow still hasn't quite realized that the fault might not be with the fan games, but with his own development speed. When this conversation was inevitably leaked, many people interpreted Yandere Dev's poor choice of wording to imply he would commit—
if the cost of Yandere Simulator was ending a person's life, I'd cancel development. Okay. Hello, Kenzie! We're watching a video. Actually, I had to hire someone to make changes to some to keep them in. Oh.
Not live. If Lovesick continued development, when he apparently meant it would ruin his life's work and well-being. This kicked off the RIP Yandere Dev hashtag on Twitter, resulting—
oh my god, I remember this! I'm getting like memory hole. Now I remember this shit, man.
Users digging up his dodgy past, criticizing him and the game, and sharing a truckload of deep-faked memes from his highly exploitative online era photographs. Interestingly, while this was—
I remember finding a video of him singing Baka Mitai.
many people's first exposure to the Yandere drama, it did little to affect his Patreon numbers compared to when he himself brings up drama, proving once again that Yandev's worst enemy isn't the trolls, it's himself. This brings us to today. After— sorry, I'm getting a breaking news report right now. This just in. Wang.
Good evening. If you want further proof that Yandere Dev refuses to learn from his past mistakes, look no further than the story of my waifu. On the website Kiwi Farms, a forum dedicated to documenting the goings-on of noteworthy online individuals, user Diesel Boogaloo went searching after another user made a joke about Yandere Dev using his Patreon money on love dolls. He stumbled upon a post on a doll forum where a user named Cannot Google Me proudly shared pictures of their new doll and expressed interest in dressing her up in various cosplays. I plan to dress up this doll as all of my favorite anime and game characters. When I'm in the mood to cuddle Yoko Ritona, I'll do it. When I want to kiss Samus Aran, I'll do it. When I want to be intimate with Rei Ayanami, my gosh, I'll do it. When you have a crush on an anime girl, she is called a waifu.
Man, this is so bad.
All of my waifus. So this that is why I've decided to name her my waifu. Notably, Yandere Dev is known to be a fan of every game and anime mentioned, especially Samus Aran. Ironically, Cannot Google Me was actually very easy to Google, and Diesel Boogaloo found posts by the same user on a number of sites, including strip club reviews from the LA area where—
strip club reviews? Who reviews strip clubs? Who's gonna get one and dress it up as Alana? I will find you and I will get you a therapist myself if you do that.
Alex is based. Another detail linking Cannot Google Me to Alex.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Netpool. Hello.
While this was a common name in the anime community, this was also a name given to a character in Yandere Simulator. One whose bio states that she has sworn her heart to an independent game developer living overseas.
Oh my god, this is so cringe. I'm gonna die. I've seen enough, dude. Oh
about
my.
this on Discord, Alex had this to say. No, I don't own a love doll. The accusation is too stupid to even include on the debunk page because there is not even any evidence. Some guy used the popular internet phrase "my waifu" several years ago is not evidence. And he wasn't wrong.
Yes, it is.
This very well could be the case of two
subsidizing therapy, yes.
Fans. That was, until Kiwi Farms user Not Based or Red Pilled found a glaring issue in the doll forum's privacy system. If you attempt to reset your password, you need to provide a username and a matching email. An incorrect combination will give you an error message, but a correct combination will give you a confirmation message.
Oh my god.
One such confirmation.
Dude, these people are crazy. How do you figure that out, man? Oh my god.
Was promptly received after taking Cannot Google Me and checking it against one of Alex's main emails. A few hours later, Kiwi Farms users found this was no longer possible, meaning Alex had received the reset password email and promptly changed the email associated with the account. Unlike every other accusation lobbied against him,
Kiwi Farms? Yeah, it's the same thing as 4chan.
Debunk page. Instead,
you're just gonna get fucked up.
Alluding to it with the Yandev used the Patreon money to purchase a blank header. While some people have critiqued Alex for using his Patreon money for these dolls, the real issue comes from Alex's refusal to learn from his mistakes. He complains about people digging up his old cringy Gaia online posts before turning around and making new cringy doll forum posts. You could argue that he never anticipated for the internet to find these posts, but after everything he's been through, you'd expect him to have learned this lesson as well. But anyway, this has been Justin Wang for the Kudos Ultimate News Team. Back to you.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you for
this
that,
brings
man.
us to today.
That was
After
good.
Being terrified of hiring a programmer and going months without an update, he didn't hire a programmer and went months without an update. Finally releasing the first rival, Osana, at the end of August. 6 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to create a demo of what the game might look like. He now aims to launch the Kickstarter and use the funds from that to hire the team to complete the game. This will likely do quite well as, despite his vocal critics and his obsession with them, the vast majority of his fan base still seem to support him. And IGN will most likely give the game an 8 out of 10. If you like this video about an anime,
dude, this was like 2 years ago? No, it was 3 years ago. Is this still getting updated, I wonder? I was promised a horror game. Where is it? Who promised you a horror game? What are you talking about? His recent stuff is even worse. Oh no, is it the fucking the child touching shit or some shit? I imagine though, like that dude is crazy. IGN too much cringe, 8 out of 10. It's not enough cringe. It's not enough. I think they meant Yandere Sim being a horror game. Oh, I don't think anyone said that, or someone said that someone made a game that was based on it. Hi, Nutso! Hello! You pig? Shut up, man! You're a pig. Mommy! Piss, piss, piss. Shit! Piss, 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 piss. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fucking shit on calm. Piss myself. Fuck, 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 fuck. Piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, piss.